What is up, friends? Welcome back for another episode of Fargo. Super stoked to be getting into the next episodes of the season because I absolutely loved the first couple episodes that I saw. Definitely got me hooked. Really love the storytelling so far and the characters, and obviously Billy Bob Thornton's acting as Malvo has definitely been a highlight so far. Also, I did just learn his character's name just from some of your guys' comments or anything like that. Obviously, I'd just been calling him kind of like the mysterious bad guy or whatever it was. And speaking of your comments, I also did learn that this isn't a true story, so that is good to know going forward. And also the Fargo show itself is each season is a different story, and so different characters, and so that'll be good to kind of temper my expectations or know what to expect, not to think that I'm going to get the same characters heading off into season 2 when I get there as well. But I can't wait to see where the story goes from here. It's definitely got a lot of different avenues and interesting things that could happen, and so hopefully you guys enjoy watching along with me for this episode. And so without further ado, let's hop into episode 3. Oh, yo, what a freaking shot right there. That was excellent. Malvo looking like a freaking supervillain in that lighting.
Tell them I'll pay it all back. I swear it.
This dude is such a freaking boss, man. I know he's like the antagonist in this, but I gotta appreciate how cool they have him, or how cool he looks whenever he does stuff.
I got kids.
Don't move.
Please. Please.
Yikes, dude. Does this have anything to do with the investigation he was conducting last episode? Or is this a completely separate thing? Oh, it's this guy, the very first scene. Now we're getting context. Oh, this is great. Sucks for that guy, seeing as we know what happens to him now. He does not make it very far before he dies.
Just typing away, and this other fella comes in, drags poor Phil out by the necktie. Nice guy, too. Super. Such a pity.
That's right, because Bill put her on this case. I forgot. That happened at the end of last episode.
I heard he slept with a 13-year-old girl.
For Pete's sake, Bob, don't spread rumors about the poor man. No, it was gambling, for sure.
I got the security tape queued up downstairs.
Oh, well, that explains why they showed the shots from the security cam before. His face is very clearly visible in them.
So you think this is your guy? The one killed all those people over in Bemidji?
Could be. It's a nasty enough fella. Who are you?
That's a very good question, because even us as the audience don't really know who he is, just that he's very ominous.
Well, hello, you.
You got bronzer on your blackmail note.
I swear on my...
You couldn't find a smaller room for us to talk in?
Oh, this is great. I'm so freaking excited for him to be in another episode. It wasn't just a one-time cameo.
You're screwed. You made a choice, and this is the consequence. Me, I'm the consequence.
Please don't tell Helena.
I don't work for Helena. I work for her husband, Stavros Milos.
Dennis, you are screwed, my guy. That was such a freaking great line, too. I'm the consequence. That would strike so much fear into me.
You wrote a note. I know about the money. What do you know?
Nothing, really.
So you're blackmailing a guy for something, but you don't know what it is. You ready for the comment?
Oh, this is such a great scene. Glenn Howerton is actually doing a pretty good job as well.
I'm taking over.
Taking over what?
The blackmail.
You work for the guy.
Exactly. And now you work for me.
I'm confused.
That's okay, I'm not.
So fantastic. Please tell me that we get more footage of him if he's gonna work for Malvo now. And also, I know it's only been 3 episodes, not even a full 3 yet, but I really hope that Billy Bob Thornton got some sort of Emmy nomination for his acting in this. It's incredible. Oh shoot, man, he's starting to put some pieces together. That definitely was not Lester he saw in that car.
I pulled this car over the other night. speeder, and well, it turns out that the car belongs to one of the victims.
Now he's got the attention of that guy in there. Is he gonna actually think that Lester is responsible or a part of it?
I'm thinking it maybe might be the killer.
Shut up. For Christ's sake, you pulled over a stolen car and let the guy go with a warning.
Oh, true. He's gonna get mad at him, but there were some very serious circumstances there, especially after Malvo's dialogue.
And you're gonna find this guy.
Yes, sir.
And you're gonna call Bemidji, and you're gonna tell them that you screwed up, absolving the rest of us of any dip.
Shoot, man, Gus is on the case now as well, officially. How long can Malvo dodge everybody that's searching for him right now?
That is not. I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. I just came home. I just came. Oh, jeez.
So well edited, man. Love the music too. The soundtrack is excellent. After the first episode, I thought that Lester was just going to be the clear-cut main character, but they're definitely spreading around the love to all the different characters.
Well, I thought I'd do some work, you know, get back to it.
Geez, you think you're ready?
And you can't just sit around the house, you know.
Dang, man, getting back into the workforce. Keep himself busy.
I was gonna run out to see Gina Hess. Got some papers for her to sign. On account of Sam, her husband. He got murdered.
Bo.
Sorry, is that insensitive?
Oh my gosh, that line delivery. Is he gonna freaking get involved in that too? That'd be awkward.
My name is Lester Nygaard, and I'm from Monk Insurance.
Oh, well, why didn't you say so? Yeah, come on in.
Thank you.
Do you want a whiskey?
She looks awfully happy to hear that. Is it because they're gonna get the payout because of his death? I don't know what kind of coverage they have.
I would just like to say how sorry I am. We went to high school together.
Yeah, that's sweet, but about the money?
Oh, jeez, that's right. She is not too big of a fan of him. She's just got one thing on her mind right now.
Wait a minute. I saw you at the cemetery.
Oh, yeah, that's...
Your wife was killed, right? And the chief of police. I think you better have that whiskey.
Oh, no, I don't think he wants to revisit these events with her of all people.
How did you,
In Vegas.
Oh.
I was a dancer. Well, a stripper, if we're being honest.
Match made in heaven then between those two. I like how they're just casually conversing about all this now. I feel like something's gonna slip during this conversation.
Tell me. Handsome?
Oh.
What's a girl gotta do to get that money?
Oh my gosh, they're always like killing each other. The scene is going downhill real fast. Although it could be going uphill for Lester, depends on how you look at it. Oh, shoot, man, that's crazy. I noticed them just at the last second. They're not coming for him, are they? Or are they just scoping out the Hess's place in general?
Need some Adderall.
Here we go. 30 milligrams. Why don't we say... That'll work. How about a zombie kit?
What's that now?
Zombie kit. Shotgun, machete.
Oh, yeah, just what he needs right there. I can't even imagine what he could accomplish with those items.
You dating anyone?
Me? No. Nah, you know me. Just an old ship captain. You know, I'm married to the sea.
Oh gosh, dude, this is such a freaking awkward conversation already. This episode has been full of those.
Yeah, how's Ted?
We're divorced now. He had intercourse with his physical therapist.
Jeez.
But I'm doing good. Been meeting men on the internet.
Oh my goodness, man. We're just letting it all hang out there right now. These two could not be further apart on the wavelengths. The acting is great though, because the awkwardness is palpable.
Then I met Roger. He got a spider bite. It turns out the spider laid eggs in there. We were in the middle of doing it, and all these baby spiders popped out of his neck.
Goodness gracious, man. This lady is living quite the life. Those are about the worst experiences you could have dating.
Here, boy, here, King. King.
Oh, shoot. That's how he's gonna kill him, is it? He's gonna have him OD on the wrong drugs. At least that's what I assume he's doing right now.
Come on, King. King!
Holy cow, dude. He got out of there just in freaking time. This guy is none the wiser. no, dude, he sliced the dog up. Oh, that's awful. I mean, it did make sure that the dog didn't alert Stavros that he was there, but that's still kind of sad. Things are heating up for that guy, man. I wonder what his motivation is, Malvo's, in continuing to blackmail him. Is he just doing it to get more money out of the situation? Oh, shoot, bro. That thing is looking rough right now. You gotta get that treated somehow. But there's no way he can really do it without drawing attention to himself.
Oh! You scared me there. I thought that place was,
Oh, no, it's these guys. They were coming for him. Shoot. And he's completely alone in here. And we've seen what they do to people now, so I'm pretty afraid for Lester.
Yellow.
Mr. Nygaard, please.
This is Lester.
Yeah, Mr. Nygaard, this is Duluth inbound. Just want to let you know we got your car.
In Duluth?
Yes, sir.
Oh, man, perfect timing for those guys to be here. Lester just unknowingly helped their investigation.
Sam Hess.
You fellas, family of his?
Lester, we saw you with the widow.
I love that they don't actually tell us what that guy is signing. And the other dude isn't even translating it right now, I think.
Oh, hi.
Whew, this is one lucky man for Molly to be rolling up right now. Potentially just saved his life. I'm not exactly sure what they planned for him.
Speaking of insurance, with Vern dead, and I know we're not talking specifics, but with him dying, I got to thinking, you know, I'm a single person, but I got my dad, so I got to thinking, what would happen to him then?
Yeah.
Is she using insurance as an excuse to get more time talking to him? Pretty smart move if that's the case.
And I got all my info here, you know, Social Security and the likes.
Oh, dude, Molly, you genius. That was very well played. She's gonna shake him up pretty good right here.
I could give you the whole long speech, but yeah, you know, it's all in here. All the details are in here. I gotta close up real soon.
Lester, you are not doing yourself any favors, my guy. You're looking so guilty right now, or at least that you know information about who's in that image.
Bye.
Molly is on to you big time. There's no escaping it. Also, I just noticed that the closed sign was facing outwards, so she probably was suspicious about why two guys were in there when it's supposedly closed.
He raised his price.
$1 million? He killed my damn dog and now he wants $1 million? Eat a turd. It's my response.
And if it's your ex-wife?
You think my ex-wife killed a damn dog?
Oh, this is so great. These two have no idea they're speaking to the person who did it. He is playing them so well.
Who else knows about the money?
Nobody. Nothing to know.
Must be something.
Nobody can know. It's impossible.
Oh, he just took the pills. Is that gonna knock him out real quick? And the fact that he took them while he's in Malvo's presence.
I want the damn dog killer found.
I'd like to move on to the property till this thing's over. He came to the house once, he might do it again.
It's an in-law next to the garage. Semenko will show you. But I am losing patience. Get it done.
Oh, dude, he's pulling all the strings. Is he gonna try and find the money while he's in there? I mean, his plan is working pretty flawlessly, whatever he's up to.
Your dad made a mistake. I let a guy go that I shouldn't have. And now I gotta call this other jurisdiction and tell him that, because of me, their suspect got away.
I know he doesn't know any better and he's being hard on himself, but we know as an audience he would be dead right now if he didn't let him go. So I think in the moment he might have made the right call.
Our perp cut his clothes off in the parking garage.
No kidding.
I took the photo and I showed it to Lester.
Did what?
Not officially. No, I told him I was interested in some insurance, which is true.
Oh, jeez, Bill is not going to be too happy about this. He's been trying so hard to keep her away from him.
The guy just lost his wife, and you're boxing his ears.
Yeah, I know.
Yep, but solve the naked guy. That's the case I gave you. If this is your suspect, put out an APB and we'll get him in.
Dang, man, if I didn't know any better, I'd feel like Bill is working with Malvo as well, man. He's hindering the case so much. I think it's more that he just doesn't believe that there's a connection between Lester and anyone with that capability.
Just tell them the truth, you know, say you're sorry.
Just sit there, I'll be back.
Yeah, hi. I'm, I just drove over from...
Yo, dude, is Gus gonna link up with Molly? Wait, and she has the picture too, so if somehow he catches a glimpse, he's gonna know or be able to point out that that is the guy he's looking for too. And since he stole Lester's car, it's gonna confirm Molly's suspicion.
Pull this guy over. So I ran his plates, and it turns out that the car was registered to one of your victims, Lester Nygaard.
Son of a...
Oh man, I'm excited to see where this conversation goes. Surely they've got to start figuring some stuff out together.
Lester wasn't driving. Now, I know that now because I checked the plate, but at the time...
This fella, maybe?
Holy cow. Yeah.
Oh, they got to it fast, man. I was thinking it might take a minute before she brought that out. This is great stuff, man. The plot thickens, for these two at least.
You said you only found out later that it wasn't Lester driving. You checked the fella's license and registration, didn't you?
I asked, but he threatened me.
Oh man, I feel like if anyone could understand his reasoning for letting him go, it's probably going to be Molly, considering he killed her partner, so she knows how dangerous he is.
I was gonna grab dinner. You two wanna join me before you head back?
We don't want to be a bother.
It's no bother. We'll, talk about the guy, see what you remember. Maybe a clue drops out.
Let's go, man. I'd be down for a lot more dialogue between these two.
She seemed nice, huh? What?
Ay, caramba.
That's a good point. I didn't even consider that both of them are single, so maybe something could spark up between them. That'd be cool.
Associated with Ben Schmidt?
Yes, sir. He's my boss.
Kind of a prick.
That's the one.
Yeah, we had a deal together once in Sioux Falls. Joint task force situation.
Oh, that is brought up again. Interesting. Surely we're going to eventually learn about what happened in Sioux Falls then, if they've mentioned it twice.
Hey there, Lester. Hey. So, which one makes the biggest hole?
Okay, getting a little bit of firearm training.
After Moses had grown up, he went out among his people. He saw an Egyptian beating a Hebrew. Moses slew the Egyptian and hid him in the sand.
Oh my gosh. Oh man, that's nasty. He doesn't even freaking realize he's getting doused with blood. Some great narration over the scene though. Does Malvo think of himself as a Moses figure coming to rescue these people? Oh, genius, dude. Another great episode, man. Loving this show. He is terrorizing the absolute crap out of that guy. I'm excited, though, that Gus and Molly are teamed up together now. It'll be interesting to see where they go from here, how far they're able to get, because obviously Bill still wants her off the case, and I don't think Gus's superior is too keen on him working cases like that either, so they might have to do things a little bit undercover, which would make for some interesting storytelling. But I'm also still very interested to see the two detectives, what they do. I don't really know who they are, what to call them. I'm just going to call them detectives, the sign language guy and then the other one, because I assume they're still trying to find Malvo as well. But I love how many different story strands there are between everybody, and I have a feeling that as we get closer to the end of the season, they might all start converging at once. But yeah, again, from a technical standpoint, this is such a beautiful looking series. Every shot is just so well lit and so well composed, and of course all the set pieces and everything contribute in a big way to just having a cool aesthetic overall, and so just a very well put together production. So another great episode down, and I love the narration at the end. I feel like I could have Billy Bob Thornton narrating something like that for an hour straight and I would still enjoy the heck out of it. Just really love his portrayal. All the acting is really fantastic in this show so far. I don't feel like there's a character in this that I'm not captivated by whenever they're on screen. Even the side characters like Joey King or the actor who plays Lou, Molly's dad, who aren't on screen very much, but even when they're on screen, they still do a great job, and having to act with these other great actors, they hold their own as well. And I'm curious to see what happens with the whole Malvo situation, because obviously the guy is still alive right now, but if he does move in and he keeps ramping up terrorizing him. I feel like he's not going to last very long before he gets kicked out again because he thinks he's not doing his job properly. But things are also kind of a race against the clock for him, Malvo that is, because Molly and Gus are on the case together and searching for him, and he's got other people who would definitely be interested in finding him as well. Bill, not so much. I don't think he's really even working too hard on that case anymore, but I wonder how long it will be before he runs into any of them or they run into him. And so I'm looking forward to whenever that happens, because I feel like we get some great scenes and acting from that. But hopefully you guys enjoyed watching along with me for episode 3. Looking forward to jumping straight into episode 4 with you all. And so until then, I will see you all later. Peace.